Alright guys, guess first thing I want to say is ignore the ponies, those are my daughters. I'm doing a review on my RadioShack pro-404 police scanner, well, radio scanner in general. Scan pretty much anything that requires a radio, excluding like general citizens band radios. First thing I want to say is it's got a detachable antenna, just twists on there. Obviously volume gets extremely loud. Squelch changes on it. I've got about roughly 70 channels programmed between Missoula and Billings. They've even got like border patrol between Canada and Montana. At the line there I've got a repeater channel program, so if they're on their tactical channel, it'll just go through the repeater down here and I'll pick it up. You know, it works fairly well. It does, obviously. Screen lights.
Returning 211 on a 2014 Toyota Corolla.
Gets orange. It's got a 3.5mm headphone jack. I don't know if you can tell. Right on top. This takes 200 channels. You can enter into it. Scans marine, which would be like boats on the water, Coast Guard, stuff like that, fire police, airplane, ham radio. It's got signal to stalker on it, which if it's not got nothing programmed into it, you turn on the stalker and anything it picks up will automatically program itself into your scanner. It's also got a weather radio, which works well.
Humidity 96%. Wind chill.
Then I just click scan, it goes back to scanning, and it's pretty simple to run. I got this button here. PRI stands for priority. I don't know if you can see it. If I turn priority on, it will, whatever channel I pick, it will scan every 2 seconds. So no matter, even if it's picking up another channel, every time there's traffic on my priority channel, it'll zip over to my priority channel. I will hear that over what I was just listening to. And if I want to do that, I just click program 155.610. That's our city police. It's channel 1. Click enter priority, and then I click 155.610, enter scan, and then I can turn on priority, and when it scans, that little P will pop up next to 155.610, if you can tell. But there's a P next to it. It stands for, means it's scanning the priority channel. See, and then I've got my local list here, 10 codes for all the local codes here. Here in Missoula we use Atom codes also. I don't have those written down. There's the other page of, oops, here's the other page of 10 codes. And then I've got a page here. Local frequencies on the left, City Police, and it goes to Missoula County Sheriff's Department. Looks like I got University Police, Montana Highway Patrol, Missoula City Fire Department, Rural Fire Department, County Fire Department, Seeley Lake, everything. Basically from here to Wyoming, up to Canada, U.S. Marshal, U.S. Border Patrol. That's all that. But back to the scanner, I guess, is it's got a 9-volt charge connection here, 3.5mm jack here, which I use. I've got an earpiece, which I've done a video on earlier tonight. Just connects right into there, and it plays around that wire up to my ear here, and I can hear it in there with no problem. No interference. It just clips right here on my holster, and then this goes right into here, which generally is pretty, you know, it's sturdy, the holster is. But the scanner here, I've had this for a couple, I think 3 years now, working on my 4th. It's been extremely, like, I don't know the word for it. I've ran it through the dirt pretty well. It's been dropped in snow, water, almost the toilet, in the sink that had a dishwater filled into it. It's been dropped on the concrete so many times that I'm surprised it's not broken. Screen's been scratched, hit,
Sat on.
Antenna's been bent, pulled off, this, that, the other thing. Number keys are wearing off, everything, and it just works great. I've had one problem with it, and that's understandable considering the use it's been put through. I mean, I listen to this thing every day, sometimes a lot of the times during the night also, and it runs 18 hours probably at a time. It takes 4 AA batteries. In this case, I have a yellow cartridge for the rechargeables. Just slide it right on in here, click this button, start scanning right away. Like I said, I had one problem with it. I had to take the 4 screws. There's one like right here, one here, and then one down here and over here. I take those out, and I can like pry this piece off so you can get to the circuit board, and inside of here, the antenna, this piece, has like a little nut on the end of it, and it's like a wire to a little itty bitty copper circle on there, and that wire should be touching and soldered to that copper circle. Well, after I've dropped it enough times, that soldering busted off, and I had to re-put it there because I was having a lot of troubles receiving anything on it. But now it's back in place. It works great. I mean, I don't know if you hear any traffic or not. It's been on the whole time. But I guess I would definitely recommend this. It's cheap. However, it's an analog receiver, and it is, like I said, a receiver only. But it's an analog receiver, so if your local police, fire, ambulance, whatever you're listening to, has a digital transceiver, then your receiver, this being the pro-404, like I said, analog, it won't receive the digital transceivers, which Missoula is still analog. However, there's a few digital with the city police department. So a lot of times it does a lot of squelch sounds, which is the encryption from the digital radios. It's on now.
355.
Myself, 340 be out at Blue Dangle 1.
Those would be the analog radios that they still have. It is extremely annoying when a digital radio comes on. It just sounds like squelch, and sometimes it goes on forever. But I would definitely recommend this for analog transceiver areas if you're just trying to receive analog. But it's not too spendy. It's around $80, which is cheap for a scanner. If you're looking for a dependable one, obviously one that can take a beating, this is the way to go for analog. If you're looking for digital, you're probably looking around $300-400. So I guess that's all I had to say. Thanks, guys.